Hello. Okay, ELA for today and tomorrow is going to be focused, and a little bit on Thursday again as well, is going to be focused on poetry. And the goal is to create, you guys are going to have to submit a poem which you think is like your best piece of work. So tomorrow we'll go over a little bit more of like the rubric, but by now if you're like keeping up with writing these poems that we've been doing over the past like week basically, then you should have a whole, it's called an anthology when you create many different types of poems. So you should have a whole anthology, and then you just get to choose your best ones that you want to submit, which would then be for marks for writing. Okay, so today the ones that we did the past couple days were kind of using figures of speech and different moods and different sort of tones. Now we're going to be still using potentially some of those techniques, but now I'm going to teach you more structured forms of poetry. Yeah, so we're going to do 3 different forms today, and none of them are really that hard. You've maybe even heard of them before. And yeah, I encourage you to practice creating a couple. So, okay, the first one is called a couplet. And a couplet, as you can kind of guess from the word couple, is there's only 2 lines in this poem. But the thing is, it has to rhyme. Okay, so sometimes the poems that we've been making so far, maybe some of them rhyme, but sometimes they don't necessarily have to. Like yesterday, our alliteration poem didn't have to rhyme. So, okay, so 2 lines of the poetry that rhyme, and usually have the same meter. So meter is a poetry term for like kind of like syllables, I guess you could kind of say. Or not syllables, but like beats, I guess. So, okay, so the first one is, here's an example, couplet. On a branch an owl was perching, for his dinner he was searching. So you see they rhyme, and then they also have like same kind of like if you were to clap. On a branch an owl was perching, for his dinner he was searching. So it doesn't have to be like, it does not have to be exact, but it does have to be like, it should be kind of like close, I guess, to like around the same amount. Not super short, not super long, similar. Okay, so that one's easy. You don't have to do anything else with like mood or tone, just like 2-line poem that rhymes. And it should flow, like it should sort of like say something. Okay, so that's the first one. And then the next one we're going to do is called a quatrain. So the root word of quatrain is quad, which means 4. Okay, so this poem is a 4-line rhyming poem that can be written in the following rhyme scheme. So A, B, B. So that means that the 2, like that would be an example of A, B, B. Sitting on a table, reading a funny fable. Giggling over a crazy hair, I fell off my chair. So we see that the first 2 lines rhyme, and then the second 2 lines rhyme. That's why they match, A, and then B, B. Okay, the next one could be A, B, A, B. So here we go. The monkey was doing kung fu. He was moving right and left. He knew what to do, although he looked silly in a fight. Okay, so I guess we kind of have to practice reading that. The monkey was doing kung fu. He was moving left and right. He knew just what to do, although he looked silly in a fight. Okay, so kind of like emphasizing, I guess, the words that rhyme. So that, again, A, B, A, B. Okay, last one is A, B, C, B. Now, this one's a little bit more common, actually, where only the 2nd and the 4th rhyme, and that's way easier to do than, like, the other ones. Okay, so when I came upon a snake, I didn't know what to do. I stood scared and frozen. He was frightened, too. There you go. Okay, so there, that's kind of like, I'd say the most common form of, this is probably one of the most common forms of poetry. It's just like a simple little quatrain. Okay, so then our last one that we're doing today is a cinquain. So cinquain, the root word of that is cinq, which would be like 5. So this one is 5 lines, okay, and the other rule is it's non-rhyming poem. But the key thing is it has to follow a specific, the lines have to follow a specific pattern. Okay, so basically line 1 says a subject, which is only 1 word. Then line 2 has 2 words to describe the subject. Okay, so again, these should be like adjectives. that describe the noun, and then 3 action verbs, each ending in ing, and then 4 words to describe the feelings about the subject. So again, a little bit more mood. It could kind of be, again, like, I guess more of like a phrase kind of thing, not just like individual random words. And then the last one is a synonym for the initial subject, which is only, again, 1 word. So here's an example. Okay, cats. So there we have our noun and our subject. Curious, playful. Adjective, describing the noun. Sneaking, pouncing, sleeping. Again, verbs ending in all ing, something that describes, I guess, like what they do or how they act or how they could be described in some way. And then we have our phrase, which should be exactly 4 words. Always fun to cuddle. And then feline, so a synonym for the initial subject. Okay, so that's it for today. Short and sweet poetry lesson. And now I encourage you to build your anthology and continue writing a couple of these different forms of poetry, because then when it comes time to submit them, like basically on like Thursday, then you shouldn't like really have anything else to do other than just like, okay, this one, cool, this one, done. Or maybe you have something else you wanted to add after. And the more that you write, kind of the better you get at them. So I encourage you today to write a couplet. Okay, couplet, 2 lines only, should rhyme, then they should have the same meter. So around the same amount of like, kind of like should sound like it's the same length basically for both of the lines. Then we have a quatrain, which you could use any of the rhyming patterns, the AA, BB, or AB, AB, or A, B, A, no, what is it? A, B, C, B. So the second and the 4th line would rhyme. Or you could do a cinquain, which is the one we just talked about. Subject, 2 adjectives to describe the subject, 3 verbs ending in ing, phrase, exactly 4 words, and then again ending with the subject. So I encourage you to write, like, really great practice would be writing like 2 of each of them. Or if you come up with a cool one like right away off the bat for one of them, then just like 1 for each. But I do encourage you to practice writing each type of poetry once. And the reason I'm giving you 3 today is just to have a little bit more that you might like to submit on Thursday. And then these ones aren't really like too hard, but really like there's no mood and stuff involved in this, so it shouldn't be as kind of bad to create. Okay, there you go. That is it. See you soon. So yeah, I guess check your messages if you have anything to get caught up on, especially some people for the readings. What was it? The oil prices plummet, if you haven't done that. And then, yeah, I guess you could also do the reading that I gave like on Sunday, which is the Olympic reading. Okay, and then also you know who you are if you need to do some explorers work. Okay, good job. See you soon.